Slovakia. All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to our apostles, a great millstone that rule with honor and with diligence. Honors to you brothers out there pushing this word in love and sincerity to wake up the elect. Peace be to the elect and their families, those that change according to the word, calling on the names of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Time of trouble, we say peace be unto you. May the Lord have mercy on you in these evil times that we're living in. Definitely evil times. To you brothers and sisters out there listening and learning as well, may the Spirit continue to bless and keep you all and your families. Mashipachayim, meaning families. Bahashim Yahushai, through the Holy Spirit. May the Lord bless and keep you all. And this, what you're looking at on the screen, this is a picture of my, I want to say medicine bag, or herbal medicine bag that travels with me pretty much everywhere I go. This is of course, there's many other herbs that I take that I couldn't fit all the herbs that I take in this bag. And, I have some that I mix and match. Okay, well, I'm feeling like this way, so let me start taking this. And I'll take one of these bottles out or one of these things out and replace it with something else, so that I'm able to dose myself. You brothers and sisters out there, you should be taking herbs, okay? You should have some form of working knowledge on how to heal yourself, okay? As things progress and the world gets more and more turned up with evil and wickedness, and we know these devils are they all about blood. They want death, and they're gonna bring it. Don't forget that that video. I mean that Salaki, that video that Kill Gates put on social media with the mosquitoes. About the mosquitoes. The mosquitoes were in the form of the Grand Reaper, and then they flew out into society. Hold on, I'm gonna find that. Yeah, it's mosquito wig. This is a post from Bill Gates. As you see, that's the Grim Reaper. Okay? These elites like to tell you what they're going to do, what their plans are before they unleash their plans. And we know that they've been releasing, these GMO mosquitoes into the populace now. We don't know what these mosquitoes are doing to the people, but I've noticed that, this year we haven't had a shortage in mosquitoes. As a matter of fact, it's 90-degree weather outside. Usually mosquitoes like to come out, in either in early in the morning or, when it's wet outside, or when they don't like to. You don't really see a lot of mosquitoes usually when it's in the 90s outside, but they're outside. No, they're pretty much, aquatic. They like to be close to water, but they ain't, hey, these mosquitoes are getting busy over here. Yeah, still the world's deadliest killer. No, that's not true. This devil E is the world's most deadliest killer. He's the world's most deadliest killer. Hold on, let me put this cue back. Yeah, so for him to release that, and then at the end, his message was, "It's still the most deadliest killer." Let me make sure this is going. Yeah, so that lets us know they're pretty much letting us know. Look, we gon' they want to release something on the populace. There's all this talk, explosive diarrhea, and that's just been a pre warning. Another thing that Elder Malcolm had brought out the video with the guy that was saying, look, hey, they're stealing all the water. These data centers are a front for them to steal all the water to go underground. Hey, the guy's saying, look, they taking everything. They want to take everything underground and leave us out here to starve and die. It's pretty much what they want to do. All hell is going to break loose out here, and these people, all these people that built bunkers to go underground. Remember all these celebrities were building bunkers because they know that time is short. They know that there's trouble approaching, and they know that this is a lot of that trouble is going to come by the hand of these devils. All right. So if we know that these people are trying to kill us, you should be taking herbs. Yeah, we believe in the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, but we're not ignorant of Satan's devices either. And if you know this man is trying to kill you, if you know he's trying to lower your vibration, your spirit, you should have some working knowledge of certain herbs to take. Every brother should have some working knowledge of what herbs they can take to better their health, to make themselves feel better. You should know if you feel a certain way, I can take this, and this will help me get better. Or if I'm feeling another way, I can take that, and I can feel better. You should be able to pretty much diagnose yourself. Everybody should be pretty much should be their own healer. If you've been in this truth for a matter of years and you ain't taking no herbs, if you ain't taking no herbal medicines, even if you're in good shape, even if you're in good health, you still should be taking longevity herbs, blood flow. Like me, like my powerhouse is garlic, turmeric, and garlic, turmeric, and cayenne pepper tincture. Those three tinctures those are my go-to because I know like they deal with blood and blood flow. You know, I know that like if your blood is flowing, that means it's filtering out what sickness, disease. If your blood is not stagnant. So those are like some of my longevity herbs. I also take alkalining supplements. You know, to make the water alkaline. I drink alkaline water, but I add alkaline supplements to them. You know, just for longevity. Don't mean I'm not taking this because I'm feeling like I'm sick. I'm taking it to prevent sickness, preventative measures. You know, and Jake should be on that. Jake be all kind of sick, and then have to go to the gas station and get Advil and shit. You know, you don't want to have to run and take this devil's medicine. You should be have some working knowledge of herbal medicines. You know, I'm gonna get this scripture. This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 38:4. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth. He that is wise will not abhor them. You're not going. If you're wise, you won't despise the medicine that the Lord gave you to help keep yourself in good working condition. You know. So you have to be wise, man. You look, yeah, we believe in the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We know that the healing comes from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But you could be taking herbs, and the Lord could allow those herbs to work for you, or the Lord could be like, nah, you in judgment. It's too late for that. Lord could let you suffer. That's up to Him. But if we look, you should be taking herbal medicines. You should be on some type of regimen consistently. And another thing that adds discipline to your life too. I had a testimony I had gotten to a point in life where stress was really weighing down on me, man, in my spirit, you know. And y'all heard the testimony, I was sipping, I wasn't taking my herbal medicines like I should have been. I was just fell off. And eventually my body started paying for it, man. I was like, damn, like what's going on? And I was like, you know what? I ain't been, I used to be, you know, taking my regimen every day, and I had fell off. Let just stop caring, let the cares of this life. And when you do that, when you when your body's in distress, it fucks your mood up. You feel depressed. You feel stressed because your diet is not in order, because you're not taking any herbal medicines to help your body fight off disease. You know, so your attitude, your temperament is like one of the first things for you to know. Like you ever be in a bad mood? You're like, why the fuck am I in a bad mood? Your temperament is the first thing to let you know that your body needs something. Your body lets you know by allowing you to fall into a depressed or angry state, irritable spirit, because your body's crying out to you. Look, you need to do something. Hey, since I've been back on my regimen and taking my herbal medicines, I've been feeling like better in my spirit. I've been feeling like more like myself. You know, I noticed my temperament is better. I noticed my patience is better. You know, but when you're not taking these, when you're not putting in the work for you, like you go and work 8 hours for Esau. A lot of people complain about working doing all this shit for Esau, but you won't work for yourself. That's not good, man. That's not good. Okay. And definitely, I'm gonna start getting back into bringing videos out about herbal medicines. I was thinking about the Elder Kanak. Oh yeah, the Elder Kanak out in well, he's from California, but now I believe he's down in Tennessee or whatever. And that the work that brother's been doing, with brothers, and I'm excited because, me and him are doing our first collaboration. He's helping one of my patients, or the people I was working with, with herbal medicines, and it's working out really well, for them. So, hats off to that brother. I commend that brother, man, for putting that spirit out there for, brothers to learn this knowledge. And I'm definitely going to you know, add to when I, Lord's will, in the near future, I got a couple of herbs that I want to share with brothers, man, that have, even just like help me, like to get my head together, to help me uh, cleanse these toxins out of my body, so my body doesn't go into distress. You know, to help keep your blood flowing, to keep your body filtering. One of my friends that I went to high school with, his name is Lance. He told me, he said, all this food is fucked up. He said, the best thing to do at this point is get it in and out of your body as fast as possible. Make sure that your body is able to move things, you know? And I was like, man. And that's what happens when sickness gets trapped, because people have calcification in their organ ducts, calcified parasites and calcified this and that, and their organs can, when the organs, that's why kidney disease, that's why cirrhosis of the liver. But when the organs are not able to detox through, by way of the detox canals that go down through your feet, because your feet is where you sweat the most. So your deep and another thing, the electromagnetic pull of the earth. That's why do you think why do you think what is that? What do they call it? Earthing is a huge thing because the electromagnetic force of the earth pulls toxins through your feet into the soil. So your feet are your main detox organ. You know, so if what happens is when those pathways from your organs down to your feet, when they get filled with calcified parasites or whatever the case may be, and you're not producing enough bile, because bile is what cleanses those pathways. When the body's not producing enough bile, those organs, the toxins in those organs begin to recycle and sicken the organ. You know, so I've talked about this before in previous lessons, but like people with kidney disease, people with this, with that, it's you know there is so many toxins have built up in that organ that organ has gotten inflamed now, and that adds another what's the word, conundrum to that aspect. Now first your organ couldn't detox. Now it's inflamed. So even if you did start take some ox bile or something to make you make bile or create bile and clean out your pathways, the organ is inflamed now. So the pathways are still closed. So it's still trapped. So you gotta know which herbs to take to lower the inflammation. Like turmeric with a pinch of black pepper, that lowers inflammation. You know, and a whole host of other herbs that lower inflammation in the body. You know, but Jake don't notice because Jake don't study. Jake don't apply themselves. And you got to apply yourselves, man. Like especially in these times, you gotta know something about herbal medicine. If you the apostles have always talked about herbal medicines since we've been in the truth. And you got brothers that been around for years and ain't taking no herbal medicines. I wonder why you're in a bad mood. You brain fog all the goddamn time because you ain't taking no herbs, Doc. You know, cut that out, man. Take care of yourself, man. If your job to push this ministry is important, then you want to be in perfect as you can operating of body and mind to push this ministry, this word. You know, so brothers, man, take herbs, bro. Know how to heal yourselves. Know something. Do something. You know, yeah, we got faith, but faith without works is dead. Sometimes you have to have faith and you have to put in work. You know, this is this is Salakia, Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure, and wisdom and knowledge. Salakia, I don't know why it keeps doing that. We have that wisdom and knowledge through what? Through the spirit that the Lord put on certain men, like this elder right here. I was just talking about Elder Kanak. Subscribe to this page. This is his new page. Or one of his other pages that he's going to be going into herbal medicines. Baba Kushal, subscribe and be edified. The brother knows what he's talking about. It's beautiful. Brother's doing a beautiful work in Israel, man. Hey, man, keep prayers up for this brother, man, and blessings over this brother, man, because this brother is doing a beautiful work, man. And he's putting me back in the spirit to go to start doing these lessons on herbal medicines and stuff. So Call all how about Shai. I'm glad to be working with that brother right now, and the patient that we're dealing with is seeing improvement. So that's beautiful, man. Like, from this brother's herbs that he makes. He makes those herbal tinctures. And it's working, man. It's working for the lady we were working with, man. You know. So call lawyer how about Shimmy Shai, and many brothers this brother is went and visited and helped. You know. So call lawyer how about Shimmy Shai for that, man. You know. But please subscribe and be edified. And also, I'm gonna be doing videos too, as well as getting back into these herbal remedies, and we study these things, for our health. But it's beneficial for the body to know these things. And I can't sit here and say brothers need to take herbs and not, and not tell you, look, this herb is for this and this herb for that. So the Lord is drawing me back into that spirit to go into different herbal medicines and deal, man. So call lawyer, how about you? I was shy for that, man. And since I've been back on my herbal regimen, I can tell a huge difference in my body. At first when I started taking it, you go through that detox phase. When you start taking things, you go through that detox phase where you like, like you feel sick because certain things are being moved around in your body that have been sedimentary for a long time. So when you take herbs to start clearing things out, it starts breaking that stuff up, and those toxins start moving through the blood, and that's what makes people feel sick when they take herbs. But after taking it, give it time to work. Like yesterday, I was feeling I said maybe I took too much, but after about 30, 40 minutes, I felt like Superman. I felt like I could run up this goddamn house. I felt good. The scriptures say what? Hold on, let me see. What I just read it. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. If you know how to heal yourself and others, that's wisdom and knowledge that's going to be the stability of thy times. Yeah, we have the understanding of the scriptures. We understand exactly what the Lord is doing in the earth right now. But understand for yourself, man. If you know that this devil is going to come down with great wrath, prepare yourself the best you can. Do it for you, man. Like, if you're doing everything for everybody else, do something for you too. Jake shouldn't have to run the fucking Walgreens, unless you go into the herbal medicine aisle, but you shouldn't have to be running, taking Advil and all this shit, bro. Jake is taking or going to the doctor and getting prescriptions. Jake is have to take all this because they don't take herbal medicines, because they don't apply themselves to learn what's good for this, what's good for that. Man, a quick Google or Chat GPT or Grok, a quick Google or Grok will help you out, man. But you got to apply yourself, man. You got to learn, man. You got to apply yourself. And I'm urging you, brothers, man, like, I want brothers to feel that feeling I felt yesterday when them herbs started kicking in. And I felt, man, I felt amazing, man. My brother, and his friend was over here, and I just put them onto a few herbs, and they was like, damn, like, had them walking out of here like, what? And I've been doing a lot of sound frequency healing. I got my tuning forks, and people be looking at me like I'm weird. I'm like, bro, like the Lord gave me this information. This ain't me, bro. Like the Lord blessed me. Hey, every good and perfect gift come from the Lord. The Lord blessed me with this gift, but I'm just trying to use it. I'm just trying to pay it forward, as Apostle Ricard would say. So, hey, pay it forward. Pay it forward to yourself, man. Take care of yourselves, man. Take these herbal medicines. If you got to get in contact with that brother Kanak, if you're dealing with something, I'm sure brothers can help you out, man. Like, but you may have to may have to, put up a little money to get the herbs to take care of yourself. But hey, that's better than feeling sick all the goddamn time. You know, take care of your bodies, man. Take care of yourself, man. The Lord soon come, yeah, but we want, hey, this devil's about to come down with great wrath. You want to be feeling sick while the devil is coming down with great wrath? You may have to be on the move. You know, take care of yourselves. That's all I'm saying, brothers. Oh, Salakia. I think I had another scripture. Yeah, this is 2 Corinthians 2:11. At least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. What is his devices? Hey, he loves blood. He loves death. Sit thou lovest blood, blood shall pursue thee. He loves death. He cannot be satisfied. He will not be satisfied with blood. He loves death. He loves to kill things. And things are us. So we have to be prepared. We have to be combating his wickedness, man. He's sending out all kind of frequencies right now to destroy us. Hey, while we sleep, they're beaming frequencies through our cell phone devices, through our modems in our homes to try to fuck up our. You got to be a pure demon. Somebody's trying to rest. You're sending frequencies in the middle of the night to break people's sleep. They have that section in that book, Behold the Pale Horse. What is it called? Silent Weapons and Secret Wars. They're waging war on you. They wage war on you behind your back through frequencies and all the shit you don't see. And then your subconscious creates an enemy because your subconscious knows you're under attack. You don't know. And that's why you go in Jake neighborhood and everybody fighting with each other because they don't know they're being secretly attacked behind the scenes. They don't know. Like your body knows you're being attacked. You create enemies. You create an enemy because your body knows you're under attack. So they grouped Jake together. And this is a scientific study. They grouped Jake together. They said, "Oh yeah, we attack you with shit that you don't see, but your body sees it." And then when you go outside, all you see is your people. So you looking pissed off and mad. You creating an enemy because you don't see the enemy that's attacking you. And then all of that going on, and Jake still won't take no herbs. Jake been in the truth 5, 7, 10 years and ain't got one goddamn herbal remedy in his house. That shouldn't be so. You get a headache, you got to go get Advil, Bayer, and all that shit. Fucking shit, things that block your neural sensors. You should allow yourself to be disciplined enough to take herbal remedies for days on end without missing a day. Everybody should gather that amount of discipline. You should be able to take herbal medicines for days on end consistently and until you see the effects of it. You get herbal medicine and the shit sit in the cabinet and go bad because Jake won't take it. My herbal medicines go bad because I got too much shit. But I've learned the art of narrowing things down. I learned the art of I don't have to. You see that small bag? Those are the specific regimen I'm on now. I got a couple things that won't fit in there that I'll carry with me. But those are my go-to for now. And let me tell you, man, I took those herbs yesterday, and it's right about my 9th day since I've been taking them, and I'm starting to, man, I all that stress, because my body's feeling relief now. So all of that stress, that attitude I had, that wanting to, you know, just wanting to sit in the house and mope, not having any energy, brain fog, lethargy, all that shit is leaving now. Because why? Because now those herbs are getting into my system and they're starting to work for me. And when your cells can rest from the constant fight of whatever you're dealing with in your body, they send happy signals to the brain, so your brain can release dopamine, so your brain can release serotonin, so you can relax. But when your body's constantly at war, you got all this shit in the air, in the water, and your body's constantly fighting it, and there's no help coming in, then yeah, you're gonna have a fucked up attitude, Doc. You're gonna have brain fog. You're not gonna. Yeah, I've been having brain fog, but I can feel it leaving. I can feel it leaving. I'm getting a little bit better. Getting a little bit better. My thoughts are coming a little bit more quicker. We got to get some more. What is that? Colloidal copper. Colloidal copper is good for speeding up neurotransmitters. It's conducive. It's like one of the most conducive metals that you can have. And when you're dealing with resonance, copper has the highest resonance. So I take the colloidal copper. What happens when it passes into the blood-brain barrier, or is taken in through the blood-brain barrier. It helps for your neurons to fire at a higher frequency, because you're making your blood conducive. So your reflexes become faster. You notice you'll drop something and you'll catch it before it falls. Somebody's phone. Somebody's phone is ringing. Yeah, so I gotta find out. I think a brother left their phone here, probably trying to find it. But so it's good to know those things. You're dealing with that brain fog. It's certain things you can take. What's another one? Rosemary extract. Rosemary extract. A rosemary is known to boost your IQ for like 3 or 4 points. That's just through smelling it. I used to keep it and put it on my nose at camp so my thoughts can come clear. I need to get back. See, call all y'all about me outside. I need to go get some of that today. Because you put it, I put it under my nose while I'm at camp, or when I'm studying, and my thoughts become more clear. But imagine taking an extract and that getting into your body, what it does to the brain. It's good stuff, man. A college professors used to pin rosemary leaves to their collar when they were giving dissertations or whatever, speeches, and it would help them remember their speeches. It'll stay away the brain fog. So it's very good for your mind, for your brain. I got that on deck in my little. Yep, got my rosemary. I mean, my no. Oh, so like I gave it to. I gifted it to. My brother's friend was dealing with mental fog, so I got to go pick some more of that up. You see, but it's good to know these herbs, man. It helps. It helps, man. These Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. If you know all he's trying to do is kill you, you should know how to preventative measures. You should know how to take care of yourself. You know? But yeah, that's pretty much it. But subscribe to the elders page, GMS Apothecary, and get fed. I'm gonna be, Lord's will, I'm gonna be jumping in the spirit, dealing with more herbal medicines myself as well, man. It's just, I guess like the way I felt yesterday, I want all of y'all brothers to feel like that. As soon as I get done with this, guess what? I got all my herbs right here. You see in the bag. I'm about to take my regiment, you know, and then go for my walk or go ride my bike or whatever I decide to do. Hopefully the rain don't come back, but yeah, man. And Abaratazar, the Lord bless these herbs that I'm taking to continue to heal me, continue to, help with this body, man. Because we're under constant attack. We have the knowledge that we're under constant attack. So what are we doing about it? Take some herbs, bro. Like, learn about that shit. Take time. Ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Well, we'll do it for you, but you gotta listen. And then if you do get the herbs, be disciplined with them. Take them consistently. Well, Jake, take the herbs just when I feel bad. I forgot I got my herbs in there. But you don't feel, some herbs work like that. But some herbs don't. Some herbs got to get in your system for you to really feel the effect of them. So, hey, shalom.